In the heart of Zen philosophy lies a simple yet profound truth. The quieter you become, the more you can hear. This wisdom is both a call to silence and a guide to inner clarity. Silence is not just the absence of words. It's a state of being that allows us to reflect, grow, and nurture the relationships around us. Yet, in the modern world, where communication flows so freely, we often forget the value of discretion. This lesson becomes even more significant when it comes to our closest relationships, our families. Family is often seen as a sanctuary where we can lay bare our thoughts and feelings. However, even within these bonds, there are things better left unsaid. Sharing everything indiscriminately can lead to misunderstandings, conflicts, or even the unintended weakening of relationships. This idea is beautifully encapsulated in Zen teachings, which remind us that discretion and silence can protect not just our peace, but also the harmony of those we love. Today, we'll delve into 3 specific things that Zen wisdom advises us to avoid sharing with our families: personal struggles, financial matters, and future plans. These teachings are not about creating distance, but about cultivating mindful connections, about knowing when to speak and when to stay silent. As we explore each of these lessons, we'll uncover how they apply to daily life, using vivid examples and practical strategies to make this wisdom accessible. But before we dive deeper, take a moment to reflect. Have you ever shared something personal with a loved one only to feel misunderstood? Or perhaps you've noticed how discussions about money or future goals can create tension, even among the closest of kin. If so, this journey into Zen philosophy may provide the clarity and tools you need to navigate these complexities with grace. The first lesson begins with a story, a timeless Zen parable. A seeker once approached a Zen master, burdened by conflict within his family. "Master," he said, "I shared my struggles, hoping for support, but instead, I feel judged and misunderstood. Why is this so?" The master, ever wise, led the seeker to a still pond and pointed to the moon's reflection in the water. "Do you see the moon?" he asked. "Yes," replied the seeker. "Now, throw a pebble into the pond," instructed the master. As the seeker did so, ripples distorted the moon's image. "Your struggles," said the master, "are like the moon, and your family is the water. Sharing too much causes ripples, distorting not only their view but also your sense of peace." This analogy highlights a profound truth. While it's natural to seek comfort in those closest to us, sharing personal struggles can sometimes backfire. Families, bound by love, often react emotionally. Their advice, though well-meaning, may come from a place of fear, judgment, or misunderstanding. As a result, instead of feeling supported, you may feel vulnerable or even burdened by their responses. Why silence matters. In Zen, silence is seen as a source of strength. Facing challenges quietly allows us to process emotions without external influence. It fosters resilience and self-reliance, turning struggles into opportunities for growth rather than sources of conflict. Practical strategies. 1. Cultivate inner resilience. Begin with mindfulness. Meditation can help you observe your struggles without judgment, creating a space for inner clarity. For example, instead of venting frustrations, sit in silence and reflect. Over time, this practice strengthens your ability to face adversity independently. 2. Seek neutral guidance. If you need advice, turn to mentors, therapists, or trusted friends who can provide objective insights. Unlike family, these individuals can offer support without emotional entanglements. 3. Reframe your words. When you must share with family, frame your struggles in a way that conveys confidence. Instead of saying, "I'm overwhelmed," try, "I'm working on a solution." This approach reassures them while preserving your autonomy. Check out this story, The Sand in the Fist. Another disciple once confided in the master about his frustrations. "I've shared every detail of my financial plans with my family," he lamented, "but it has only brought envy and tension." The master, ever practical, handed him a handful of sand. "Hold this tightly," he said. As the disciple clenched his fist, the sand began to slip through his fingers. "The more you try to hold on, the more it escapes," said the master. Wealth is like sand. It cannot be controlled by many hands without being lost. Money has a peculiar way of stirring emotions, even among the closest of kin. Discussing financial successes or struggles can lead to envy, unsolicited opinions, or even exploitation. Zen teachings encourage us to treat wealth as a fleeting resource, not a defining aspect of life. By keeping financial matters private, we protect ourselves from unnecessary conflicts and expectations. Practical strategies. 1. Maintain financial boundaries. Avoid lending or borrowing money within the family unless absolutely necessary. Clear boundaries prevent misunderstandings and ensure that relationships remain free from financial tension. 2. Practice financial mindfulness. Adopt a frugal, intentional approach to spending. By simplifying your lifestyle, you reduce the need to justify or explain your financial decisions to others. 3. Celebrate quietly. Achieving financial milestones is a personal triumph, not a public spectacle. Resist the urge to broadcast your success. Instead, celebrate privately or with trusted confidants. The final lesson, centered on future plans, explores how silence nurtures dreams, allowing them to bloom without the interference of doubt or criticism. But before we continue, take a moment to consider, what role does discretion play in your life? Have you experienced the peace that comes from guarding your inner world? Stay tuned for the next part, where we'll delve deeper into protecting your dreams and uncovering the transformative power of silence in all its forms. In the first part, we explored the profound Zen teachings on why it is wise to maintain discretion regarding personal struggles, financial matters, and future plans. We unraveled the impact of oversharing and how the quiet resilience within us can lead to stronger relationships and inner peace. Now, as we continue this journey, we will delve deeper into the practical applications of these teachings, supported by relatable examples, insights from Buddhist philosophy, and actionable wisdom. This section will emphasize how silence is not isolation, but a means to build meaningful connections with others while preserving our inner balance. We will also explore how this philosophy can create harmony, foster respect, and inspire transformation, not just within ourselves but also in those around us. Guarding your struggles. Why silence matters when facing challenges. Imagine a vase filled with water. If you pour all of it out, there's nothing left for yourself. Sharing every detail of our personal struggles can be like emptying that vase. While we seek understanding, we might unintentionally deplete ourselves or even invite unwarranted opinions. Take the story of May, a woman juggling the challenges of work-life balance. May often vented to her family about her overwhelming workload. Initially, they provided emotional support. Over time, their responses shifted to unsolicited advice, followed by judgment. "Why don't you just quit?" her brother suggested dismissively, while her parents began questioning her career choices. May found herself not only dealing with workplace stress, but also navigating the ripple effects of her family's interference. By applying Buddhist principles, May decided to approach her struggles differently. Instead of sharing every frustration, she turned to mindfulness. She allocated 15 minutes daily to silent reflection, calming her mind and finding clarity. Gradually, she found the strength to resolve her workplace challenges without involving her family. Actionable steps to embrace silence in personal struggles. A practice self-reflection. Before sharing your struggles, pause and ask yourself, what do I hope to achieve by sharing this? Often, we share not because we seek solutions, but because we crave validation. Learn to validate yourself through journaling or meditative reflection. Create boundaries for emotional sharing. If you feel the need to share, limit it to specific individuals who offer constructive support without judgment. This could be a therapist or a friend who can listen without projecting their own emotions. Find strength in solitude. Recall the Zen teaching of the still pond. The moon's reflection becomes clearest when the waters are undisturbed. Similarly, solitude allows your inner wisdom to shine, guiding you toward solutions without external noise. A lesson in simplicity and freedom. The power of financial independence. Money, though a practical necessity, often carries emotional weight in family dynamics. Sharing details about income, savings, or financial struggles can create tension. This is evident in the story of Arun, a young professional who frequently shared his salary details and financial goals with his family. What started as casual conversations soon turned into comparisons. His cousin, earning less, began avoiding him out of envy, while his parents started suggesting how he should spend his money, insisting he purchase a family home instead of saving for his business venture. Zen philosophy teaches us to treat wealth as transient, much like sand slipping through our fingers. Arun embraced this teaching by adopting financial discretion. He refrained from discussing his earnings and redirected conversations toward shared family values rather than personal achievements. The result? Improved relationships and greater personal freedom. Practical wisdom for managing financial matters. Celebrate financial success quietly. Achievements like a promotion or a significant investment milestone don't need public acknowledgement. Instead, celebrate privately or with close friends who respect your journey. Set clear financial boundaries. If a family member requests financial help, consider it carefully. Offer assistance only when it won't strain your resources or your relationship. Or adopt minimalism. By simplifying your financial goals and lifestyle, you reduce the need to justify your choices to others. A minimalist approach fosters clarity and keeps you focused on what truly matters. Protecting your dreams. Nurturing potential in silence. Why sharing too soon can be harmful. Dreams are like seeds. They need time to take root. When we share our aspirations prematurely, we risk exposing them to the harsh winds of doubt, criticism, or even unintentional sabotage. Consider the story of Lila, a talented artist with aspirations of opening her own gallery. Excited, she shared her plans with her family, expecting encouragement. Instead, they responded with doubts. Isn't that risky? What if it doesn't work out? Overwhelmed by their concerns, Lila delayed her plans, losing momentum and confidence. Zen wisdom reminds us of the power of quiet determination. When we nurture our dreams privately, we allow them to grow strong enough to withstand external opinions. Strategies to protect your aspirations. Create a silent workspace. Dedicate a physical or mental space where you can work on your goals without distractions or external input. This could be as simple as a vision board or as elaborate as a detailed action plan. Practice patience. Understand that every dream has its timeline. Resist the urge to share your plans until they've matured. Like a flower in bloom, let your actions reveal your intentions. Use feedback wisely. If you need input, choose individuals with expertise or a track record of supportive guidance. Avoid seeking validation from those who might impose their fears on your aspirations. The wisdom of balanced communication. Zen philosophy does not advocate complete silence, but rather mindful communication. This balance allows us to connect deeply with others while maintaining our autonomy. Share only when your intention is clear and the outcome is constructive. For example, expressing gratitude or joy strengthens relationships, while sharing struggles indiscriminately may weaken them. Listening is as important as speaking. When family members share their concerns or joys, offer your full attention. This practice fosters connection without requiring you to overshare in return. Instead of saying, "I'm drowning in work," you could share, "Work has been challenging, but I'm learning a lot." Replace, "I've saved $10,000 for my trip," with, "I'm working toward a big goal that excites me." As we conclude this section, it becomes clear that discretion is a form of self-respect and love for those around us. By guarding our struggles, financial matters, and dreams, we not only protect our inner peace but also nurture stronger, healthier relationships. In the next part, we'll bring together all the insights we've explored so far, focusing on actionable steps to implement these teachings in daily life. We'll also delve into the transformative power of silence as a tool for self-discovery, wisdom, and harmony. And before we move on, if you found these teachings valuable, please don't forget to subscribe to Buddhism in Modern Life. Your support helps us continue sharing meaningful content inspired by Buddhist wisdom. Hit the subscribe button below and join our journey toward a more peaceful, mindful life. Stay tuned for part 3, where we tie it all together and uncover the ultimate lessons of Zen and Buddhist philosophy. Having explored the reasons behind discretion and its practical applications, We now turn to the ultimate question. How can silence transform your life on a deeper level? In this final part, we'll uncover how silence, when applied consistently, nurtures self-awareness, strengthens your relationships, and serves as a foundation for sustainable happiness. Buddhism teaches that silence is not just the absence of speech, but a state of mindfulness. It allows us to listen, not just to others, but also to the whispers of our own hearts. By embracing this transformative practice, you'll find yourself less burdened by external noise and more attuned to the essence of what truly matters. The gift of inner silence, finding clarity in the chaos. In today's world of constant communication and distractions, silence has become a rare luxury. Yet it is in silence that clarity emerges. Think of it as a muddy river. When left undisturbed, the sediment settles and the water becomes clear. Similarly, silence allows your thoughts to settle, revealing your priorities and purpose. Consider the practice of noble silence in Buddhism, a time set aside for deep reflection and mindful presence. This practice can be as simple as taking a daily 10-minute break from screens, conversations, and external distractions to focus on your breath. Over time, this quiet space becomes a sanctuary for self-awareness. Actionable ways to embrace inner silence. In morning mindfulness, start your day with 5 minutes of silent reflection before checking your phone or speaking to anyone. This sets the tone for a calm, focused day. Silent walks. Take a walk without music or podcasts. Pay attention to the sounds of nature or the rhythm of your steps. Breathing exercises. When overwhelmed, pause and take 5 deep breaths in silence. This simple act centers your mind and brings clarity to the moment. Silence as a tool for building stronger relationships. The art of listening. True connection begins with listening, not just to words but to emotions and intentions. Silence creates space for others to express themselves fully without interruption. By practicing mindful listening, you show respect and deepen your understanding of others. A Zen story illustrates this beautifully. A disciple once asked his teacher how to resolve a conflict. The teacher replied, "First listen, then listen some more. Only when you have truly heard can you respond with wisdom. When to speak and when to be silent." In relationships, silence can sometimes speak louder than words. For example, when a loved one is upset, offering a listening ear instead of immediate advice can be more comforting. Silence also prevents unnecessary arguments by giving you time to consider your words carefully. Here are some practical tips for you. During conversations, practice a 3-second pause before responding. This ensures your words are thoughtful rather than reactive. If emotions are running high, suggest taking a short break before continuing the discussion. This allows both parties to cool down and approach the conversation with clarity. The ripple effect of silence on your surroundings. Leading by example. When you cultivate silence and discretion, others naturally feel the calmness you radiate. Your actions become a silent example of mindfulness and wisdom, inspiring those around you to approach life with the same intentionality. Take the story of Ravi, a manager who used to dominate meetings with his opinions. After attending a mindfulness retreat, he began practicing silence during discussions, listening attentively before speaking. This subtle change encouraged his team members to voice their ideas, leading to more collaborative and innovative solutions. Creating a peaceful environment. Your external environment reflects your inner state. By practicing silence, you contribute to a calmer, more harmonious atmosphere at home, work, and within your community. Practical steps to influence your surroundings. Keep a designated quiet time at home, where family members can unwind without distractions. They encourage mindful communication in group settings by setting ground rules, such as one person speaks at a time. The ultimate wisdom, letting go of ego through silence. At its core, silence teaches us humility. Many of our words are driven by the ego, whether to prove a point, defend ourselves, or seek validation. By embracing silence, we learn to let go of this need, finding peace in simply being. The power of letting go. Buddhism teaches that attachment, whether to material things, relationships, or our own opinions, is the root of suffering. Silence helps us detach from these desires by shifting our focus inward. Instead of reacting to external circumstances, we learn to observe them with equanimity. The freedom of not explaining yourself. One of the most liberating aspects of discretion is realizing you don't need to explain or justify your choices to others. This doesn't mean shutting people out. It means embracing the confidence to live authentically without seeking external approval. To make silence a consistent practice, start small. Here's a 7-day challenge to help you get started. At day 1, spend 5 minutes in complete silence, focusing on your breath. At day 2, practice mindful listening during one conversation. At day 3, go an entire morning without sharing personal details about your day. At day 4, take a silent walk and reflect on your thoughts. At day 5, set a boundary by saying, "I'd prefer not to discuss that," when someone pries into your private life. At day 6, write down your dreams and goals, keeping them private for now. At day 7, reflect on the week. How has silence changed your perspective? Silence is not merely the absence of words. It is a profound presence. It connects us to our inner wisdom, strengthens our relationships, and fosters harmony in our lives. By guarding our struggles, finances, and dreams, we cultivate resilience and self-respect. More importantly, silence transforms us. It teaches us to listen deeply, communicate mindfully, and live authentically. As you integrate these lessons into your life, you'll find yourself not only navigating challenges with greater ease, but also inspiring others through the quiet strength of your example. Thank you for joining us on this journey of wisdom and self-discovery. If this content resonates with you, please subscribe to Buddhism in Modern Life for more insights on how ancient teachings can guide us in today's world. May your path be filled with peace, purpose, and the gentle power of